Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So today, just a follow-up video from our first video yesterday. Today we're going to be headed to Osceola National Forest. A little bit of drive from the house, so I just want to do a little intro. Just packing gear right now, making sure we got water, all of our recovery gear, tools, anything we would need in a pinch or an emergency, fire extinguisher, med kit. Gotta have ducks with you, that's always important. Make sure we have proper footwear, hat, sunglasses, yada yada. I'm going to be bringing one of my dogs with me, so make sure you bring anything for an emergency for them. We'll be doing a little bit of filming. We'll have the GoPro on the windshield. I'll show my face with my phone on the dashboard a little bit, and occasionally I'll get out with the phone and we'll film some. We're not going to be going too aggressive. As you guys know, we're in pretty stock setup. We're just going to be going to some exploring, poke around a little bit, and then eventually we'll get a little crazier. We're going to work ourselves up to it. I am alone, so I don't have anybody else to winch to, so I have to make sure any lines I take, I have to make sure that I have any more? Okay. Tractor trailers. Okay, so I have to make sure that anywhere I take as far as the line, I have to make sure that I have a spot to winch to. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to go explore. We'll take some cool time lapses. We'll show you maybe some wildlife. I don't know, we'll encounter. Saw a ton of turkeys yesterday, so who knows what we're going to see today. So stay tuned. All right, so we're headed off right now. Usually I roll with the windows down, but we got the AC on just to let the dogs kind of cool down, because it's currently 83 degrees with a UV index of 9, so it's cooking pretty good. It's probably like 90 something in this car right now, so we're gonna get some fuel. We got water, we got all of our emergency stuff. We're ready to hit the road. So I'll check in with you guys when we start at the trail. We'll kick the GoPro on. Anything interesting, you'll hear me, see me on there, or if I'm just talking, we'll be here. So I'll catch you at the trail. For the bumpiness of the camera right now, and maybe even my audio. We're on back roads getting ready to go into, actually we're in Osceola. We're not officially off-road yet. However, everywhere, and I mean everywhere on my map, I'm seeing like roads, and they are just rutted out dirt roads. So there is plenty of exploring to be done, and we're not even officially, in the area of where you actually trail now. I haven't seen any posted signs. I've seen wildlife management area signs, but there's no gates, and I don't see posted signs or no road vehicle access. So we're gonna do some homework before I go down those kinds of trails. But definitely something we're gonna look into exploring, because even if it's a dirt road, there could be wildlife, there could be all kinds of things we could go see. We're coming up on Highway 90 now. We'll take that down and we'll enter the kind of known off-road area of Osceola, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys then. So this place is actually pretty neat. It's my first time in Osceola. It's actually my first time in any national forest. So far it's just been kind of like gravel roads. There's a little bit of logging going on. It's kind of crazy. There was a piece of machinery dragging logs out of the woods with campers right there, so it's kind of cool to see that they're doing all kinds of stuff back here. So right now it's not really crazy, it's just a dirt road. Really cool views, lots of cool things. I actually just ran alongside Interstate 10, so that was interesting. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit bumpy here, but I'll catch up on the GoPro once we get into some more mud, maybe some obstacles, some roughness. Oh, this is paved. Oh, okay, cool. This is a bridge over I-10. All right. Welcome to I-10. All right. Let's see if we can get into some trouble. Whoa, that's rough. Yikes. Yikes. Ooh. So we're starting to get along now. pretty well in. We're about 45 minutes since we left Highway 90. I see there's a ton of trails. I mean, a ton. I've seen them on the map, and then you see them come out of the woods. The only problem, though, is I really like the paint on my Jeep, and it's really, really thick brush. Really good for an ATV or side-by-side. If you have a Jeep that's bedlinered or you just don't care if it gets scratched, then have fun. Some of them are pretty cool looking, nice and rutted out, a lot of mud. So I'm hoping to find something wide open like this with a little bit of mud I can play in. It wasn't on camera, but I don't know, a minute or two before I started filming, we came across the big washout, pretty dried up. I didn't expect it to be this dry out here so far. Last weekend, all we had was straight rain, and it's now Thursday, and it's been warm and sunny, but it gets down cool at night, so I was actually a little surprised at how dry it is. So we'll keep you guys updated, and I'll switch on the GoPro here and there and try and get some cool clips of anything I come across. It's been a nice, peaceful drive, though. Seen some turkeys. Nothing else really crazy, though. Some more campers, some cabins. That's about it. We'll keep you guys updated. We're just cruising along, and there is just an absolute massive bee farm in the middle of the woods right here. They're really intrigued by it. I've seen a few of these now. This is the road we're headed down. 127 or 227. I'll let you know if we can get any mud holes or anything fun. All right, so we stopped. It's my first setting of mud on a trail that's pretty darn wide, so I won't actually scratch up my paint. We're gonna throw in four-wheel drive, we're gonna zip through it, and then according to my Gaia maps, because right now I'm following the Florida Adventure Trail, I usually switch between Gaia and Onyx, or Google Maps sometimes even, but Onyx and Gaia tend to work better. But I'm following the actual Florida Adventure Trail route, and that being said, we're about to hit these mud holes. I'm gonna give these guys water, take a second, I'm gonna go inspect, make sure we're all good, and we'll hit it. Alright, we're gonna put it in a four-wheel drive. Some vehicles could probably do this in two-wheel, but I am not those vehicles. I am on pretty highway-friendly all-terrains. So we're just gonna send it. Hey, no, get down. Co-pilot's trying to get in the cockpit with me. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we got some mud. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Alright. A little rut out here. Again, it's pretty dry out here. I know Osceola is like known for its mud, and then I consider it its sister. Oh, here we go. Huge mud hole. I consider it its sister park. Is really like narrow, I guess is the best way to put it. We're gonna try and do this without getting stuck. Cool. I don't know how deep it is. I'm not a huge fan of mud, so on upcoming trips I'm actually going to use an eye bobber, which is a sonar fishing bobber. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on a piece of fishing line, and when we come up to these mud holes and I'm alone, or regardless, anytime I go up to these mud holes, because I really don't want to ruin my Jeep or damage it, we're going to inspect. So right now I'm actually going to get out though and check this, because I'm not a huge fan of the look of this, and I don't trust it, because I can see how downhill Florida mud holes can get. So let's go check it out. So it actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna stick to the side though. Again, we're just getting our feet warmed up, and we're alone, and I just really don't want to gamble right now. Oh, it's actually not that deep. I'm in the middle of it. All right, we're just gonna send it through this one then. Yeah, a little bit of work from the four-wheel drive. Probably should have turned traction control off, but where's the fun in that? Alright. Now we'll drop it into neutral, switch back into two-wheel. That was really the only bit where I've actually been in four-wheel drive. It's just been dirt roads like this. But situations like that right there, it can get super muddy super quick. Alright. Now here is something interesting. Okay, switching back onto the GoPro. So I just checked out the map, And there's 2 routes you can take. I don't really know how to work Gaia yet, so bear with me. This is a learning curve for all of us. If anybody has any info, leave a comment. So it was like a purple route to the left, and then blue, which I've been on, to the right. Now that being said, blue's been pretty minor so far, but I saw a notification, or a little red marker, so I clicked on it and it said trail info. This is a water crossing trail. At some point we're gonna cross a big body of water. Granted, it's been super dry, so it might be okay right now. It might not be. So we'll go as far as we can. If we gotta turn around, we'll turn around. Oh well. We'll see what we can do though. Hopefully it's not too bad. We can do the crossing, and then maybe we'll turn back. Maybe we won't. We'll just kind of play it by ear. Okay, yeah, so I kind of see what they were talking about with the water crossing. I think we're gonna send it. There's trees on either side, so I'm pretty confident right now. Obviously it's not deep water, you guys can see that, so we're just gonna go for it. So we'll pop this sucker in 4-wheel drive and let it rip. Traction control is off. We're gonna try first gear. I'm gonna roll the windows up because this looks really muddy, and I really don't want to get mud in my Jeep. Let's send it. Oh yeah, no big deal. Yeah, so super dry, but that was still fun. It's just little things like that that are fun. And you know, I would love to go crazy off-road rock crawling and so on and so forth, but sometimes it's nice just to get out and hit these little mud holes and these little trails, and it's just about getting out, you know, getting the dogs out on the trail, enjoying your weekend. You know, you don't need a $100,000 Jeep built up to the moon. You know, it can cross 100 inches of water and, you know, climb the moon, whatever. You don't necessarily need that. Now, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly, you know, oh, you have to have this to go off-roading. No, you can go simply off-roading. This is a stock Jeep. I only put the winch bumper on it so soon because I had a winch laying around, and if you're gonna off-road by yourself, you should have a winch. Even if you're not by yourself, you should have a winch. That being said, I'm alone right now, so having a winch to be able to bail myself out because I don't have anybody to tow me out, it's super beneficial. So that's really all it takes, is just a stock Jeep. Do I recommend upgrading it? Absolutely, it's fun. You can do more with it, but with a stock Jeep, you can just do so much already that it's really awesome. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's like 1,000 bugs just swarming my Jeep. I'm going like 10 miles an hour as fast as I can, but they're just swarming the crap out of me. I don't really know what that's about. They're not bees. I don't know. Florida swamp. I turned the AC on since we got the windows back up. Turn that on for the dogs, make them a little bit happy. I can totally see where this gets nasty when it's wet out, but right now, that's all right. We're doing good. I'll avoid this brush. Try not to get involved with that as best we can. That's yucky. But yeah, this is a totally fun trail so far. I'm doing pretty good, so we'll check in with you guys if we come across anything else. Alright guys, it looks like we unfortunately found the end of this trail for me. That, I can see a sandbar. I see 2 sandbars, so it's not super deep. But I'm alone. Sunset's coming, not worth the risk. So we're gonna turn around. We'll see what that purple trail has to offer, and we'll check in with you guys there. Guys, so here was that last mud hole we just hit. We're looking pretty dirty, so that was the goal. So I'm gonna set the tripod up really quick, and we'll see if we can't get some cool shots of this, because I know the windshield thing can get a little boring. And being careful of snakes, because I am at flip-flops. I brought boots, so don't worry. Just in case we need them. But here we go. There was the mud hole. It's a little archway. That's the archway to danger, we'll call it. So I hope you guys are enjoying so far. We might wrap this up soon. I only have 1 GoPro battery with me, and we are running out. So I'm gonna set this up really quick. We'll get a cool shot for you guys. We'll give you an update if we come across anything else. We might get ourselves into some trouble here. I don't really know. It looked cool from the road. I'm gonna go ahead and put four-wheel drive in now. That's dry. However, it gets very, very wet down here. Bear with me too. On my throttle control, you'll hear it in the background. I am new to stick shift altogether, especially wheeling one. My experience with stick shifts is limited to tractors. I rode a pit bike once, and I drove a Cherokee with a manual around a parking lot for about 5 minutes, and that was like 6 years ago. So this is kind of my experience. This looks cool though. I just spotted this. There's a paved road to the left right here. That's what we're about to go back up on. I don't know how deep this is. I feel like I should investigate it. The amount of bugs swarming me right now is quite gross. I also just want to go for it. Now let's go find out how deep this really is right here. I think we're just gonna do something silly, and we're just gonna go for it. And then, you know, probably all the power I can get. I don't really know. Not a huge fan of mud, as I've said about 15 times. So we're just gonna go for it. I see tire tracks. I see a way out. We're gonna go slow. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. Oh crap! That's deep as hell. Whoa. Oh my goodness. That was not shallow. I don't know if the GoPro picked that up, but that was scary on a stock intake. Whoo, man. That was crazy. I know some people are probably watching this and they're like, that wasn't deep at all. Listen, this thing is not a mud bogger. It's got a stock air intake. That was crazy deep. Thankfully, I have good weather seals, so I don't end up like I did with my Cherokee. I'll post pictures of that. If you go on the Instagram, it's the same handle as this channel. I'll post pictures, and then I'll probably show this clip, and it'll just give an example of why it's sketchy for me to go through mud. Sorry, I was trying to not stall out going up that hill. But I'll post pictures of what happened with me and my old XJ that I had before this Jeep and the mud pit at Jeep Jam. It was completely stock other than a 3-inch lift and mud tires. It had like Iron Man mud tires. So it gripped well in mud. I'd done it before, but I didn't realize how deep the mud pit was in the center. I wasn't paying attention that everybody else was going left, right, and only the super tall guys were going through the center. I was only on a 3-inch lift, and if you know anything about Cherokees, they are not meant to really go off-road. They have the straight axles. They're really cool. They have the huge 4.0 power plant. Like, they're really cool rigs, but they're super sketchy with some of the things they're designed with. For instance, the alternator is at the bottom of the engine. Not an ideal spot for an electrical component, and the air intake sits pretty low, like the actual intake tube. So what happened to me, and I'll post the pictures, is I nosed straight into the water. I was gonna ease it in, but I went in way too fast. I ended up with water all the way up to the cowl of my windshield. And then I tried to power out. When I leveled out into the water, I was at a good height and I probably would have made it, but the splash of me slamming it down into the water kind of caused it to, what's a good word for it, kind of drown itself. I didn't flood the motor because we had checked and I was okay. That being said though, it just didn't end well. I had splashed the intake, it stalled out the engine, I couldn't get it restarted. I tried to start it underwater because I panicked, I was in front of a crowd. And next thing you knew, I needed a new starter and my engine was completely soaked. So that's the moral of the story between me and mud. Really quick though, I'm gonna see where this road leads me, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. All right, guys, so this is gonna conclude today's video. We found a paved road that runs through Osceola National Forest. I'm gonna take that, get back out on the main roads, but that concludes today's video. I know not a ton of exploring. We're running out of daylight. I don't really have any off-road lights, so I'm kind of limited on what I can do right now, but these are gonna be the flavor of the videos for a while. Slowly, as we upgrade things, we'll go farther and farther. You know, I want to take this thing to all kinds of places. Right now, we're sticking local just because of time, gas money, all those things. I would really like to go down to Hard Rock Off-Road Park in Ocala National Forest, Citrus Wildlife Management Area, Eglin Air Force Base. Really do the Florida Adventure Trail in a sense. We'll show you guys what this stock Jeep is capable of, minus the winch and the bumper. And then we'll take it from there. Eventually we'll spread our wings. We'll go up to, you know, the Appalachian Mountains, and we'll go up to Uwharrie National Forest. We'll start doing some rocks. Not a lot of those here in Florida, just a lot of mud and trails like you've seen today. But I appreciate you guys watching. Drop a like, subscribe, comment for what you guys want to see. If you want to see camping next, or really anything, just hit me with it and we'll see what we can do. Any suggestions on what I can do different, better, if my audio, video, whatever, you know, leave it below. It's super helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed.